Hey everyone, I love staying in hotels. I don't know about you, I haven't stayed in many recently. But one of the things that we do when we go to a hotel is we live out of one of these. We live out of our suitcase. But here's the reality. If you realize that you're not going to be in the hotel for a few nights, but for a longer period of time, you need to start living differently. You need to actually unpack the suitcase and maybe hang up some of the shirts. When the Prime Minister announced this week that these restrictions that we're in because of COVID-19 are going to be with us for at least another 6 months, like me, I'm sure many of you were deflated. We began to realise, hey, we're just not checked into a hotel here. We need to maybe start unpacking our bags and learn what it is to live in this new reality. And as we said to you last week, we as a church we are planning to regather in-person services from Sunday the 4th of October. And as a leadership, we know we can do that even with the new government restrictions. There's no change to that. We know we can, but should we? Can we? Yes. Should we? That's what we've been thinking and praying about. And we've decided that we are going to still do that. And we're going to make it ultra safe. We want to be the safest place that you can come to in this current reality. So we're going to cap the numbers even less than what we were before so that we can make it the safest experience for you and the most quality experience that we can. So maybe you're asking, okay, I'm excited about that. What do I need to do? Well, you need firstly to book in every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Our booking system will go live on our website, book in. And then when you're booking, then you might say, well, then what happens next? What do I do? In this email that you've received or on social media, if you're watching it on social media, there's another email that you can click onto or you can watch. And it's myself and Andy just doing a walkthrough of what will happen when you come. Now, at the moment, it's just the Halzoen Auditorium. It's for adults and for older teenagers, year 10 plus. We're looking at kids' work and we're looking at our locations. When you come, you'll need to wear a mask throughout the service. We cannot encourage you to sing, but we can really encourage you to worship and engage with God. You'll see your friends from a distance. We can't encourage you or even allow you to socially gather with them before or after the service, but you can give them a friendly, socially distanced wave. As you come, there'll be a whole load of processes that you will go through, and all of that is in that walkthrough video. But as I've been chatting to other church leaders, they found that even with the restrictions, it's been such a positive experience for people to come back in the room, to connect with God and to connect with other people in a safe experience and in a safe environment. Guys, I want to say, some of you aren't ready to come back yet. That's absolutely fine. But if and when you are ready, check out the walkthrough video. It will give you all the information you need to know. So from October the 4th, we now have 2 services, 10 o'clock and 11:45, both in person in the room. Our 10 o'clock will be our live stream service. So that will be going out online. Guys, the reality is for us at Life Central, even if we were to get people, people come at both those services, the vast majority of our people are going to be online still, okay, through this season. And if we do go into a more restrictive situation, then that's fine, because we know what it's like to be totally online. We've been doing it for the last few months, haven't we? But this Sunday, it's still 10:30 this week. We finish off our series, Dangerous Prayers, and we're looking at the prayer, Send Me. I want to be available. And as a church, guys, listen, we don't want to be the best church in the community. We want to be the best church for the community. We don't want to just put all our energy into regathering, but we want to reimagine, we want to reposition so that we are in the best possible place to serve our communities right now. We're thinking about how do we connect more with people during this season as it goes on. How do we be there for people if they lose their jobs? How do we be there for people with their mental health and anxiety issues? And as we do that, I want to encourage you to do all you can to join with us live from 10:15 online on Sunday as we finish our Dangerous Prayers series. Gather your family together. Yes, you can watch it on demand, but there's something really important about gathering together, albeit online. And this week in the post-service hangout, we've invited one of our community leaders here in Halzoen, who's not a member of this church. She's going to come along and talk to us about the town so that we can then say, hey, we want to position ourselves so that we can be the best possible people we can be for our local community. Guys, I know that this is a really hard season right now. And it does feel deflating to think that there's another 6 months or so of these kind of restrictions. But you know what? As we together take some steps forward, we can do this. You know, there's a verse in the book of Philippians, which is often taken out of context, where Paul says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And the context for that was Paul was in a season which he didn't want to be in. It was a difficult season. He was in lockdown. He was in prison. And in that context, he says, I can do this through Christ who strengthens me. Let me read those verses to you from the Passion Translation. It says this: I know what it means to lack, and I know what it means to experience overwhelming abundance. For I'm trained in the secret of overcoming all things, whether in fullness or in hunger. And I find that the strength of Christ's explosive power infuses me to conquer every difficulty. Guys, this is a tough season. God is doing some amazing things, but this is tough as we begin to regather. As we begin to reimagine, as we begin to reposition, we can do this through Christ, who gives us his infusing power and his strength within us. Guys, God bless you. We'll see you online on Sunday. Take care.